Dr. Seuss redfish bluefish nonsense. They're telling you to take one scoop.
The gorilla looks.
It's like Viagra. Here we go, man. One scoop.
The gorilla looks.
It's like Viagra.
Let's start with the facts.
Take one scoop. Get over here.
The gorilla looks in the garage gym, man.
One scoop. Get over here.
The gorilla look in the garage gym. Let's start with the facts.
What up? It's Garage Gym Homie. And today, we're talking about cheat meals, homie. Cheat meals. Is it worth it? Before we get into this here, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you, homie. So click subscribe and let's get into it. Look at this. I just noticed the socks I'm wearing. Look at those hitters. Dark Labz socks. Look at those hitters right there, man. Gotta love the Dark Labz socks. All right, man, you're monkeying around, homie. Thought I'd talk about cheat meals and all about cheat meals, man. All about them dang cheat meals, homie. Is it really a cheat meal if it's part of your regimen, though? You know, let me know what you think, man. Answer away in the comments, homie. Is it really cheating if it's part of your regimen and your routine, if it's a built-in plan? See, I think of cheating, and I think something unplanned that I did. Like I have a regimen, I have a food plan, and then I go off the rails and decide to have a cheat last minute. That to me is more cheating. Is it cheating though if it's built in, if it's part of the proposal that you have, the contract between you and God? I don't have the answer, homie, and we're not going to solve that one today, but you could solve it in the comments. Listen to me. So let's talk about the cheat meals, man. I'm going to tell you how I do it. I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons, and I'm just here to yipping and yapping and talk about things from my heart. So I've been on the train, man, for 11 years, the bodybuilding lifestyle, since sobriety, really, right at the same time I got sober, at the same time I got into bodybuilding. My sponsor is a champ bodybuilder, God bless his soul. And when I first started pumping iron, I was figuring out my regimen, how it worked. You know, God was giving me the power to have discipline in my life and motivation. And, you know, that came from God. I don't take credit for that because that wasn't me. And so I started being molded into the person that God wants me to be, and I'm still being molded because I fall short a lot. And the point is, you know, my sponsor, you know, when he talks to me a lot of times, you know, God speaks through him. He told me, he's like, look, man, this is how you do it. Eat spot on clean Monday through Friday and eat what you want Saturday and Sunday. Eat what you want Saturday and Sunday. So I was like, man, that sounds good. So I figured I could meal prep. I could meal prep for, you know, on the weekend, like a Sunday or Saturday. I do it Saturday now. Did I used to do it Sunday? I don't remember. I think I probably used to do it Sunday. Now I do it Saturday. And I meal prep for Monday through Friday. Have all my meals made, Monday through Friday. And then I have the weekend, man. And I don't prep for the weekend because the weekend I can do like, eat clean during the day. And to me, eating clean during the day looks like, you know, like maybe some oatmeal in the morning or an omelet or whatever the heck. So let's talk about it, man. So I used to just kind of go balls to the wall. This was before High Stim Saturday because I would train Monday through Friday and not train Saturday and Sunday really. So I wouldn't be working out. So, you know, like now, for High Stim Saturday, I'm not going to wake up and have a big brunch, you know, before I work out or whatever. I'm going to keep it real clean and tight so that pre-workout hits good, you know, for High Stim Saturday. But the point is this, man. I used to just like cheat all day, Saturday, Sunday. And I just think as I got older, I mean, I'm 38 now. It just got into this thing where like, I don't want to feel gross all day. So I have 2 cheat meals a week now. Sometimes 3. I'm going to tell you how. I have 2 cheat meals a week, man. I eat clean Monday through Friday. I mean, spot on clean. There's no monkeying around, homie. I mean, to the gram. At the same time every day. I eat the same foods that I prep for the week, same water at the same time, water intake, everything is precise. And I thrive on that, man. Now, Saturday, I eat clean. On Saturday, I wake up, I'll have generally, I have some oats with some protein powder. And that's about all I need, man, before I train, you know, because I'm training at about noon. So that's enough time to digest. If I eat that at like 9:30 a.m., 10 a.m., you know, and I train a couple hours later, I got some carbs in me or whatever. So I just haven't like been fasted all morning because that's when my brother comes. And then right after the workout, I'll just have a couple scoops of protein powder for just some quick protein after training. Because then I got a few hours. It's like 2 o'clock after the workout's done or whatever. I got like 3 or 4 hours, and I have my cheat meal. You know, we'll call it cheat meal for lack of better words. And I eat what I want, man. And I do the same thing Sunday. I eat clean during the day generally, and then I wait till 5:30. I gotta wait till like 5:30 p.m. is where my window starts, and I eat what the heck I want on Saturday and Sunday. So that's 2 cheat meals a week. The only exception is like sometimes Sunday I'll allow myself to go out to brunch. You know, like I get an omelet, some breakfast potatoes, side of bacon, whatever. At the end of the day, dude, like that stuff's good for me. Sometimes I go off the rails a little bit for brunch too on that Sunday, like during the winter or whatever. And maybe I'll get some pancakes to split with Stephanie, or, you know, go to a Cheesecake Factory. I get those cinnamon roll pancakes, man, or they got that French toast hitter or whatever, you know. And I'm like, all right, like I'm enjoying myself, man. The point is I'm staying out of my dang head. You know, sometimes I have food to make at home. I'll buy ingredients for a nice big omelet, breakfast at home, steak and eggs or something, because I don't make eggs during the week because all my food's prepped and stuff. So I like to get some eggs in on the weekend or whatever it is. So the point is, man, like generally I'm eating clean Monday through Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and I'm getting 2 cheat meals in a week. Now, I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons of that, man, and how I do it. So first of all, my window for cheat meals is 5:30, and I try and cut it off, man. I try and eat as early as possible. I want to like start eating at 5:30. As I said, if I don't start eating till 6:30, it's fine. But I like those early dinners because I don't want to feel like garbage, dude. Like, I want to give myself time to digest. And I don't eat like up till midnight or whatever. You know, like in my head, the rule is I'm not allowed to eat past like 10 p.m. But really, I cut it off by like usually 8 p.m., dude. I'm done eating. So I got 5:30 to 8 p.m. is when I'm generally, I mean, I'm done with dinner and I could have some dessert by then, and I'm full, dude. Like, I feel good. I mean, sometimes I'm so full where I'm like, man, I wish I just ate clean, you know, but, you know, I eat whatever the heck I want. Now, I try to make my cheat meals like protein-based or whatever, but they're not a lot of the time, man. Like, I like to go out for sushi. I like to go out for Italian food, whatever. It's whatever. What I don't do is fast food. Even at my worst cheat meals, man, I'm not eating fast food like that. I haven't had... Maybe I had like Taco Bell like probably 3 years ago or something, man. It's been a long time since I've had Taco Bell. That was probably the last fast food. And then I had like McDonald's probably like 7 years before that. When I got into sobriety, I was like, man, I want a sausage biscuit, because I used to get those when I was homeless on the street. It did not hit the same, homie. Some things you just cannot recreate in sobriety. They're just not meant to be recreated. That was like 10 years ago. So yeah, I just don't do fast food. So my cheat meals are generally more quality. You know, I go to a gourmet Chinese restaurant. I'll go to an Italian meal. You know, I'll get some pizza once in a while. I love sushi. I could do sushi every weekend because I just love it. But I attempt to make conscious decisions. Like lately, I'm like, you know what? When I go to sushi, maybe I'll just get like more of those fresh good hitter rolls, you know, salmon, avocado, tuna, you know, instead of all the fried stuff. But the point is, dude, I stay out of my head, man. Like, I really don't need to be in my head about cheat meals because, number one, I don't have any real goals with my training and my fitness. I stay ripped all year. As far as like a 6 to an 8 pack, I always maintain it. I never lose it with my regimen. And I very strongly value the family time. You know, and I've always talked to you guys about the rules that I've created for myself. I'm a big believer in writing down your rules. So like I have this written down so it's solidified in front of me in black and white. Eat clean Monday through Friday. This is when you could cheat. This is the window of cheating. If you cheat during a weekday, you have to do a 35-minute cardio session. And that sometimes will, and the only reason I would cheat during a weekday is if like some unforeseen thing comes up where like, I don't know, man, like it doesn't happen much. It's happened a few times over the years where like my dad will be like, can you join us for dinner for some event or something? My rule that I've written down is days that I have work, believe it or not, this is not my job, this YouTube thing. I manage an HVAC company. Days I don't have work, I can cheat without having to add the cardio. That works for me. So like Thanksgiving, that's a holiday that we don't have work that day. Christmas Day, 4th of July. Those are days where I'm allowed to cheat guilt-free, scot-free without doing cardio to make up for it. If there's days I do have work where I have to go, because I work Monday through Friday in the office, if there's days where I do have work where some unforeseen family event comes or something, I can't even think of an example, like a business meeting we had, me and my dad, because we're in business together, and we went downtown Detroit and they had a nice dinner and stuff for this annual event for our union, whatever. I cheated. I added a 35-minute cardio session, so I did it Sunday morning, which would normally be my rest day. Those things, knowing I have the cardio session makes me think twice and say to myself, man, is it really worth it, or is it better to be a little bit hungry so then you don't need to do this cardio session? You know, when I've eaten clean Monday through Friday and Friday comes around and I'm like shredding or I'm in a calorie deficit or I'm hungry or, you know, I've been working hard all week doing 10, really 11 workouts. I'm doing 5 strength training, 5 cardio sessions plus an ab. That's 11 workouts. Friday night comes, I've done 10 already because all I have left is the one for High Saturday. My head starts talking to me, man. Hey, GGH, homie. Look how hard you've worked all day, man. You can have a little sushi tonight or a poke bowl or a little something. Go out to dinner with Stephanie. You'll make up for it Sunday, man. You're freaking ripped, dude. Look at you. My head starts talking to me, man. I got to watch for it. So some tricks I've learned is brush my teeth when I'm done eating my last meal for the night. Something about brushing your teeth solidifies the fact that you're done for the night. Once you brush your teeth, you ain't going to eat. You got to talk back, man. Be like, man, you're really going to regret that if you freaking eat. You know dang well, GGH, you're going to be so happy when you wake up Saturday morning and you stuck to the whole week of clean eating. You got to watch for this thing, man, because it wants to get in the way of you making these gains, and it's uncomfortable being a little hungry. But it's better to be a little hungry than it is to be freaking, because once I start eating, all bets are off. You know, once I have a little handful of freaking a cracker the girls have or some piece of candy, now I'm opening the ice cream drawer. I've already let the tiger out of the cage. And so I'm either all clean or I'm freaking going balls to the wall cheating. I'm just built like that, homie. And I'm built disciplined enough from God where I could stick to 5 days. I'm just telling you, man, I've been training for 11 years now. I celebrated in January 11 years of sobriety. I haven't fallen off in 11 years. 11 years, homie, I have not fallen off. That tells me that what I do works for me. Now, I'm just going to tell you this. For me, I've never, ever in 11 years counted calories on my cheat meals. I've logged my food every day for years. I could tell you, In MyFitnessPal, my streak is like 8 years or more. It's impressive, homie. I promise you. You'll be, I might have one of the best FitnessPal streaks in the country. I don't know who's beat me. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm not talking junk. Like 8 years without ever missing a day. I log my clean on Saturday. You say, well, how do you log if you're cheating? Because I log up to the cheat meal. So if I'm eating clean Saturday, I log up till then. I don't ever log my cheat meals because I really value staying out of my head. That'll get me further from God, is the short answer. Being in my head about a cheat meal that's supposed to be an enjoyable occasion, and I'm logging calories for that, defeats the whole purpose. So for me, it's more important that I'm in the window of time. 5:30 up to, 8 o'clock is enough to do enough damage where I'm completely full and satisfied, where I don't need to go further, 10 p.m. is the rule I wrote down, but I try and be done by like 8, dude. So that way by like 11, if I go to sleep at 11 on a Saturday night, which is, pretty normal for me, I've had 3 hours to digest, so I at least am not feeling horrible or whatever, But the truth is, man, a lot of people ask, are cheat meals necessary for the bodybuilding lifestyle? Are they crucial? And the short answer is no, they're not necessary. So the long answer is, or the criteria to that is they're not necessary, cheat meals, because what is necessary is consistency. That's the most important thing when it comes to this fitness lifestyle, to making gains, to making progress, is consistency. If you have figured out a way for you to be consistent and not fall off, not falling off is the most important thing there is. To having abs, to having freaking the physique you want, to living a spiritual life, not falling off is number one. And if you can do that without any cheat meals, more power to you. To me, so it all comes down to the pros and the cons, man. To me, the pros outweigh the cons on having cheat meals. I very much value the time with the girls, my family. I'm so regimented for every meal. I do 5 meals a week, 5 meals a day pretty much. That's 25 meals. Then on the weekend, I have 28 meals, 30 meals a week, let's say. If I'm doing 2 Sunday and 3 Saturday, 30 meals a week total. Pretty much 27 to 28 of those are clean. So I'm like spot on, man. Like the girls can only take so much of my regimen, like I value the time with my family. I don't want to be in my head. I don't care if some guy on the internet is telling me about how sugar is the enemy. That's the pros to me of having some ice cream with my girls and enjoying myself and pouring some sprinkles on there and having some laughs. The pros outweigh the cons to me. You got to see what the net benefits are for you. I would never suggest to anybody to count calories for their cheat meals. You just got to stay out of your head and enjoy yourself. And if you can't stay out of your head, that probably means the more that you need that freaking that cheat meal, the more you need to stay out of your head. But that's only if you're living most of the time like I am, living a clean, spot-on life, man. You got to practice a life of restriction to earn those times. It can't be half of the meals or even a quarter of them. It's got to be like most of the time has to be spot on clean. And if you can't live spot on clean most of the time, you got to see why. Is your spirit, are you lacking discipline? Are you lacking a connection with God? Why are you not able to live a clean life? Are you in too much of a calorie restriction where it's tanking your mood and your hormones and you're starving all the time? You got to look at it. So when I eat cheat meals, man, like if you go out to a restaurant, I suggest protein-based. Sometimes it's fun, dude, to cook at home. And I don't do it much, and I'd like to do it more. But you can get freaking good, fresh ingredients and have a great, satisfying cheat meal. Make your own pizza. Make your own freaking pasta. Make your own chicken. Make your own steak, whatever. it doesn't matter, dude. Like, you could enjoy yourself, but you gotta stay on, man. That's the most important thing. So I'll just say, you know, and the last thing I'll say before I let you go is, do cheat meals get in the way of your physique? And I would say the answer is, it depends what your goals are. If you are trying to shred down and you are seeing that you're hindering your progress, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, and I'd have to hear it myself. Those cheat meals would have to be well adjusted or cut out. If you really want to make significant progress, they absolutely 100% will get in the way, because you got to imagine, even if you're not gaining a bunch of fat, which you're probably not, if you're working hard, the water retention from the cheat meals takes like 3 days to go down. You got to think, it takes every bit of Monday. If I've cheated, if I've gone pretty hard Saturday night and Sunday night, even just those 2 meals, and I've done these high sodium meals out at restaurants, and my body is super used to eating clean, and that sodium, now I'm all of a sudden super sensitive, and I'm holding all this water, and I feel bloated and all that. You know, and I've done that just 2 meals a week. I've done the ice cream and the sugar, and all that is very bloating, a lot of water retention. Takes a few days just to come back from that. I don't really feel super tight again till Wednesday morning, dude. And so you got to understand, like, if you're just trying to put on some muscle or some size, the cheat meals might even be helpful. You know, like, those might go to good use, man. Or you're putting them to good use. You're trying to bulk up a little bit, whatever. But at the end of the day, dude, they will get in the way of your goals. I mean, if I really wanted in the spring to shred down the way that I've been the most shredded in my life, I'd have to I couldn't eat the way I do on the weekend. Even those 2 meals, man, are that window, that 2.5 hour window twice a week is enough to do, I don't want to say damage where you're going to be a fat slob or anything like that. It's enough to get in the way of making serious progress, believe it or not. In my experience, man. In my experience, if I wanted to get as shredded as possible, you got to cut them out, man. Or, you know, and for me, like, would I be able to stay on for these 11 years without cheat meals? I mean, through God, anything is possible. But I'll tell you, man, I would at least have to have some higher carb or calorie, at least, like some more satiating, some bigger clean meals, something, because, you know, you could only go so long like super lean, super ripped when you're doing 5 cardio sessions a week and 5 strength training sessions. It's hard on your hormones, man. It's high on your stress levels, and it's hard on the body. So I'd have to feed it at least higher, healthier foods for a few meals a week to kind of adjust that, man. So it doesn't have to be junk. There's nowhere in the handbook of bodybuilding saying you have to treat yourself to junk food once in a while. I mean, that's absolutely not true. You can eat spot on healthy and never eat junk food. And it's probably better, obviously, but depends if you value the family time and stuff, man. You know, like I do. To me, I'd rather, my physique's not more important than my family, you know, and time with loved ones. So I hope I've given you a decent content, man, and this is what I got. God bless all your cheat meals, worth it. For me, they are, man. I enjoy them. I look forward to them, and it keeps me on track, and I stay pretty ripped all year. I mean, my physique is beyond anything I'd ever imagined, you know, before sobriety and even, you know, into sobriety. I mean, and as I said, God gets the credit for that, man. I just wanted to be sober. I have no idea I'd be a bodybuilder with you know, my dream physique and stuff. I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn. This is beyond anything I'd ever imagined, dude. It's amazing, and you know, it's the way I live now. So it's just part of my routine. And that's what I got, man. It's a longer video than I anticipated, but let me know if you enjoyed it. And always, man, let me know if you don't enjoy it. That's important for me too, man. I want to know the truth. God bless you, man. Let's get this dang muscle.